We're going to be jumping into RGTI or Rigetti Computing. This should be a good one today. Got some very exciting things to talk about here. Things are looking very good. Stay tuned. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining me on D's Analysis. We're going to be looking at Rigetti Computing or RGTI. This has been one of those very speculative stocks. This thing has ran up an insane amount since October 11th. We ran up a total of nearly 3,000%. That's insane. And we've had a drawdown of 70%. Extremely volatile, as you can see. This thing makes MicroStrategy look like nothing. It's hard to even believe that. But honestly, the technicals are looking pretty good right now. We have this horizontal level of support that we've been respecting. We had that bounce off of it initially, pushed back up, rode the trend line down, and we got another bounce off. So this is actually looking pretty good. Maybe we see something that is looking like a double bottom. Maybe like that, something like that. Who knows? Looks good though. Very bullish. Maybe a bullish pennant. Could be. Trend line has just been broken. Looking very, very bullish right here. I mean, this is textbook. This looks very good. I mean, besides this gap, which somewhat got filled. So maybe this next move will actually fill that gap right here. In terms of the Bollinger Bands, on the daily, we got a bounce off of the blue, the middle. I'm sorry, not a bounce. We ripped right through, actually. It was treating as a resistance, and now it ripped right through and got a solid close, an engulfing candle. Looking very good, almost at the red. And we got a bounce off of the blue level here on the weekly Bollinger Band. So that's another good sign. I mean, that's very good. Along with the horizontal level of support, the breaking of the previous trend line in a bull flag or bull pennant right now. There's a lot of things that are looking very good. So we broke the 20 and we're pushing up to the 50. We almost closed right on the 50 SMA. On the weekly, we got a bounce off the 20 week, which is very powerful. Keeps the trend intact. This is looking extremely good. Something that you definitely want to see too is this spike in volume. So that's a beautiful sign right there, because we had the huge run up, volume died out as people were selling, shorting it, and so on. And now you saw the slow climb, and now we got a little spike right here on Friday. So what's to come this week? Let's see. Obviously, it's going to be increased volatility, but that's a strong spike right there. Could be the beginning of a large move, but definitely volatility is coming to RGTI. Whether it's to the upside or downside, we don't know because we can't call that. Now, we're still bullish, but trying to turn bearish here on the MACD, but there's a possibility that this ends up curling back up and these next candles end up turning green again, which is always a possibility. Right now, it's projecting to be bearish, but it could always turn around in an instant. On the daily, that is beautiful. That looks amazing. I mean, it's curling up. You got the green candle starting to form. Volume's kicking up. This thing looks like it's ready to rip. I'm not gonna lie to you. This looks very good. We'll see how it plays out, of course, but do we get a retest and bounce off? Or do we just get a massive run up? This is one of those stocks that it might not really do much retesting. It might even gap up a bunch. It might gap up who knows how much and just keep running and come fill that gap later. Just how it gapped now, and it can always gap up. You can see that there's a gap right here. I think gapped up a ridiculous amount here from $1.75, opened up the day at $2.62. That's nuts. And at some point it hit $3.34, so almost 100% gain in one day. That doesn't even make sense. 170 or 175 to, yeah, almost 100% gain. That's crazy, like 80-90%. So as you can see, it's super volatile, but man, if you're on the right side of the trade, you can make some money for sure. Now, another thing I want to talk about is this bullish pennant. Is this the flag right here? Flagpole right here? Is it here or is it here? Those are the questions that we have. But I'll just say from here, I'm not gonna go on record saying that this is gonna happen. I don't want to be that guy. But if it happens, I told you so. No, I'm just kidding. But let's see. Let's see how it plays out. I mean, I'm not saying this is gonna happen by any means. It is a very volatile stock, so I know if it catches momentum, it could happen, but I'm not gonna go on record saying that. You have your flagpole. of your bullish pennant or bullish flag, and you can measure it from here and get a price target like that. But I'm not gonna say that that's gonna happen. You have an idea, you have a visual, so if it happens, you aren't surprised. But at the same time, if it does happen, I would be surprised. So we go from here. We're gonna pull both. We're gonna pull a Fibonacci, looking perfect on the fib. We got to close underneath the fib. We close back inside, and now we almost closed right at the fib. So maybe the next one is a retest off, and we make a move higher. This is looking textbook perfect breakout right now. If it's gonna happen, that's another thing, but this is looking perfect. The setup is amazing. So we'll see how it plays out, of course. That's all I have for you guys on RGTI. I'll see you in the next one.